Watch us now.
Watch us now.
Watch us now.
Good morning and welcome back to Vail Valley Live. Happy Thursday, September 15th. It might feel like fall is in the air. The mornings are a little darker, but it's still summertime. And you're going to understand that just by us reviewing everything that's going on this weekend. I mean, it's crazy. It almost feels like a weekend in July. There's so much going on in the outdoors, with markets, with entertainment. So stay tuned. We're going to have all that information for you, but it is a rainy morning. I'm sure Mark is not enjoying it as much as maybe you are still in bed just hearing the rain. It does make getting up a little bit harder. It was very dark this morning. I would say the darkest morning I've felt this morning. But hey, it's still going to be a beautiful day. The rain's going to clear up here in just a few hours. And then the weather looks like it's going to be pretty sunny and, nice and breezy in the 70s this weekend. And speaking of that, let's just jump right in and kind of look at the weather forecast today. Thank you to the outlets at Silverthorne for sponsoring this weather segment. And yes, it is raining out right now, and it's going to continue until about 11 a.m. And then it'll clear up today, and we'll kind of have partly cloudy weather, mostly cloudy, just throughout the rest of the today. We'll have a high of 57 and a low of 38. So those numbers are definitely getting colder and colder. The shot even behind your weather screen is live. You can see it's just wet and gray out today, so make sure you dress appropriately. I definitely needed an extra sweater layer today. It is sweater weather. Sweater weather? Sweater weather. That is a tongue twister for you this morning. And then on Friday, we are going to see a high of 65, partly cloudy throughout the day. And then as we get to the weekend, mostly sunny skies. A possible stray shower here and there is always possible up here in the mountains, but it's going to be beautiful, especially Sunday. And we have a lot of events happening outside today, so I'm sure those organizers are excited about that. And as for Monday, we might see a little bit of those clouds roll back in, but it should be good. We really needed this moisture. It's been pretty dry and warm out for September, so getting some of that moisture, the plants are going to love it, and those leaves are just about to start turning yellow. It hasn't quite happened yet. You can see little pockets here and there, but it's still pretty green out. So we have those to look forward to in the next couple weeks. We're kind of entering our off season, so some of the villages do seem a little bit quieter. The hotels, the restaurants, definitely not at their peak like we've seen. But it's kind of nice just to slow down a bit and prepare for the winter. There's a ski swap that's happening that is, has been happening for years. It's at Dobson Ice Arena, and it's gear up for the winter, get your skis, get your boots, get your mittens. And this is October, early October, 7th, 8th, and 9th. So we won't be live. We end October 2nd. But this is some good information. You'll hopefully even see us there. You can also sell your gear, so check this out online for a little bit more information. But as we said, it's a little bit rainy out, and I kind of just want to see for myself. Let's bring it out to Beaver Creek with Mark Masters.
Hey Meredith, good morning. How you doing?
Good morning. I'm doing probably a little warmer than you. I know you're probably trying to duck cover and find some coverage. It does look like it's pretty rainy. How does it feel out there?
It's a little rainy, but it's not super cold, and it's a beehive of activity. There's a conference going on at the Hyatt. There are people in suits scrambling out of the rain and with umbrellas and lots of coffees and breakfast plates. And it's just a busy morning over in Beaver Creek.
That's awesome. Yeah, we've been seeing a lot of conferences over here at the Grand Hyatt, which is where our studio is located. And so that's always wonderful. So Mark, you are kind of the comedy extraordinaire, Vail Comedy Festival, and there is a show tonight. Let's talk about that.
Right. Thursday, September 15th, VailComedyShow.com for tickets. Really excited for our headliner. It's our third anniversary. It's our birthday party tonight, so it's going to be a party at
Hey,
Bridge Street Bar in Vail Village.
do you want me to
Steph
sing for
Tola
you,
is the
Mark?
headliner. Last night, she headlined the Improv in Denver. A few weeks ago, she played an NBA arena opening for Bill Burr with 19,000 people. So you're going to get a chance to see her with less than 100 people. And she's one of my favorite comedians in the world. She's a past regular at the Comedy Store in Hollywood, California. If you go to the world famous Comedy Store, her name is on the side of the wall. She's a maniac, and I say that with love. She is a crazy, crazy person, but so much fun and high energy. We have a whole bunch of other comics on the show for our third anniversary party/comedy show, and there are barely any tickets left. So get on VailComedyShow.com, grab your tickets, check out the other shows coming this fall.
Definitely. So what time does that start tonight?
Doors are at 7 o'clock, and the show starts at 8 p.m. You want to arrive early for best seating or standing. Have a couple
Okay.
drinks and hang out. We do giveaways.
So you guys host this at Bridge Street. Kind of paint the
Uh
picture
huh.
if someone hasn't been there, because it's not your
Yeah,
typical stage venue. It's a bar that we go and we party at. So you kind of transform the place. Tell us about that.
exactly. Yeah, it's one of my favorite comedy venues actually in the whole country. I just flew back from Dallas and Las Vegas, and so I go all over the country doing comedy. The thing I love about Bridge Street, which we do transform into a comedy club, we pop up some spotlights. Oh boy, we got a little bit of a sorry about that. We pop up some spotlights and some padded chairs all throughout the club, and there's a nice stage and an incredible sound system. It's got low ceilings, and you go down into a basement like the world famous Comedy Cellar in New York City, and we fly in comics from New York and LA, and it's a blast. It's a lot of fun. We have a show a month and then an occasional pop-up show. We have one coming up at the Grand Hyatt actually on November 9th. But you can get all that info at VailComedyShow.com.
Awesome. You're making me want to go. You're doing your job. You're selling me. And this summer you also had your first full festival. Was able to see a little bit of that. That's where we got to meet. And
Yeah.
just tell us a little bit about this because this was your first festival.
Yeah, the Vail Comedy Festival, it now happens every Memorial Day weekend, so it will be coming up again May 26th through 28th, 2023. Around January, tickets should go on sale. We sold out the first Vail Comedy Festival.
Awesome.
We had about 35 comedians in town, everywhere from Washington State to Alabama, New York City, Los Angeles, Chicago. They came from all over. We had four terrific headliners. You can actually see all the information still at VailComedyFestival.com. We're going to update that for next year sometime in November. And it was an opportunity to just wander around Vail Village and pop into comedy shows. We had dozens of comedy shows over 3 days. Hundreds of guests of the town of Vail came out and watched the shows. And it was really, really fun. It was a barrel of laughs and just a great hang. And it was super, and I really appreciated. That was the very first day of Vail Valley Live. I understand. I later
Yes.
came to find out, and you were so professional, and you did a great job. So that was what a great way to kick that off.
Definitely. I loved the energy. It just felt like new young faces that we really haven't seen around that just kind of brought in some unique crowds to Vail. So I'm looking forward to that next year. But hey, the comedy show tonight, there's a chance once a month. So I'm glad that you're on the show to kind of promote it. There's only a few tickets left, people. So go and check out their website. And you'll see Mark himself. I mean, he is a host here on the show, but he also, hosts and opens the show. So hopefully we'll get to hear a little bit of comedy from you. And I look forward to this. And yeah, so check out the website,
That's a
Vail
great
Comedy.
picture on the screen right now to give you a sense of the kind of intimate comedy feel of the venue.
Yes, this is normally the bar side. Bridge Street is kind of a duo bar. So there's a bar side, and normally there's like an acoustic little small band up there, and then on the other side there's a club. So there's the DJ and stripper pole, and it gets rowdy on the other side too. But it's cool. I like the dual bar vibe.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, I will let you duck cover. I know you're also in a peak movement spot.
Yes.
So keep exploring Beaver Creek for us, and you guys stay with us. We have so much more.
We're for the fashion forward and budget minded. We've got the brands that set you apart, the style to make you stand out, the looks that let you shine. We are for the dreamers, the doers, and the savers. Outlets at Silverthorne. Elevate your savings. Save up to 70% on the best designer brands. Visit outletsatssilverthorne.com for current sales and events.
Experience the extraordinary at Beaver Creek.
Are you ready for summer gardening? Here at Knapp Garden Center, we take pride in our selection of beautiful, hand-picked, perennial and annual flowers. We also carry a wide variety of delicious veggie starters, herbs, bushes, shrubs, trees, soil amendments, and so much more. Our selection is carefully chosen for our altitude, soils, and climate, and reflect the hardiness of the Rocky Mountains. Visit us today at 295 Rule Road in Eagle. We're open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5:30 p.m., and weekends from 8 to 4. Knapp Garden Center has everything you need to craft your beautiful outdoor space this summer.
Flowers are fighters. That's why the Alzheimer's Association Walk to End Alzheimer's is full of them. Because flowers find a way to break through. Just like we will. Join the fight at alz.org/walk.
Let's see what made headlines for your Thursday, September 15th in the Vail Daily. The big headline, Hay Meadow in limbo. Yet another twist for the huge residential project in Eagle. A portion of the 660-acre property, totaling 472 of the 837 approved units, is now for sale. So this is always good news when we hear more opportunities for housing here in the county. But we might lose some of our mountain bike land. Haymaker, Hay Meadow, these are trails that are down by Pool and Ice down in Eagle, some really great mountain biking. So we might lose that, but hey, new housing. So read a little bit more about this big headline today on page A3. And riding the virtual range. Virtual fencing aims to help guide animals to best help the land. Roughly 2,000 cattle in Eagle County are wearing collars that help keep them contained in virtual fences. There's 2,000 contained by the virtual fencing and roughly 500,000 acres. I actually had no clue about this, so this is really interesting by Scott Miller, and you can read more about this local region story on page A2. And Coloradans make U.S. men's final pre-Cup roster. Only 2 months away from FIFA World Cup, and a pair of Coloradans it's the time to seize their moment and claim their plan to get into the FIFA World Cup. This is pretty exciting, making sports and headlines headline on page A23. And you can find so much more in the paper. You can find the calendar events. You can find different sales going on with stores and restaurants and your horoscope and so much more. So pick up your free copy today around the valley. Now, it is raining. Those roads are going to be wet. Let's take a look at the roads and see your commute. Make a little bit extra time. It's not quite snow where we have to clear off the cars, but you do want to give yourself extra time so you don't have to rush on your commute. You can see the roads are wet as these trucks and cars are passing by, especially in Dow Junction, which is right in between Minturn and Vail. It is narrow and windy, and you are on an incline or decline. So slow down. You might hydroplane, but just, take your time moving. And if you want to see more of those road cameras and alerts, visit cotrip.org. So that is a look at your roads, your commute for the day, taking care of business this morning. Now, maybe we can talk a little bit about entertainment. And shows at the Gerald R. Ford Amphitheater have closed for the season. They're actually undergoing some renovations over at that amphitheater, which is in Vail. It's our beautiful indoor-outdoor venue, but as the weather is getting colder, that closes for the season. But the Vail Center of Performing Arts up in Beaver Creek runs year-round, and they have an awesome concert series going on right now. And I think Mark is up there. We can hopefully even get a live shot, so let's bring him in.
Hey, Meredith. Yeah,
Hey.
I'm right outside the Vail Performing Arts Center. Let's talk about underground sound.
I love it. This is not the first year they've done this, but this is an awesome deal that they do. And there's a show tonight happening at the Vail. So I'm so glad we have this live shot up at the Vail.
Yeah, they have a special deal, a 6-pack, if you will, where you can buy 6 tickets and you get a huge discount. You get a free a free premium drink with each show you attend. You get early access to the theater and some other benefits. And you can see on the screen right now all the great diverse lineups they have. There has been one show already that was on September 9th. And tonight, Thursday, September 15th, they have the show you can see on screen now, and then 4 more shows into the future. And you can buy tickets to individual shows, but the best way to go is to buy this 6-pack where you get all 6 shows, save $300+, I believe. And you get a free drink at each show, early access, and some other benefits.
Yeah, it's an incredible deal. $125 for 6 shows, a drink at each show. There's also a VIP package for $250, which you definitely get some extra benefits, but it's nice. It's a good time to get out of the house and learn about some new artists, because I would say these artists aren't like the bigger names we've seen this summer, but it's always a great time to discover new artists. And I always say the Vail Valley seeks and finds that new talent. I mean, they find this new talent and then they blow up. like Lizzo, Odessa, Snoop Dogg. I mean, there's huge names that came to this valley when they were just starting out.
Yeah, it's a great opportunity, and what a perfect thing to do once the weather gets a little cooler. As you mentioned, the Ford Amphitheater is a gorgeous place to experience live entertainment, partly outdoors, partly indoors. A lot of folks were probably at that Nate Bargatze comedy show where it rained right before the show, and everybody's out in there. You know, it looked like an REI. It looked like the ski swap that's coming up out in the grass area. Everybody's got their tarps and their rain gear and blankets, and so here you can get a nice premium beverage, sit inside, and the VPAC is an absolutely stunning venue. It is gorgeous. So, and like you said, they do book terrific acts. They do a great job. Jeremy finds incredible acts from around the country and really works hard at that. I know he travels all over to discover these acts and to sign them and get them out here. And there's a lot that goes into producing a live event. I know about that. And it's so much fun to be a part of your community and experience something new.
Oh, absolutely. And they will still be announcing more performances for our winter season, but you can see a show in January is already sold out. They got some holiday shows. Our local dance academy always puts up the Nutcracker, and it's just such a magical performance around the holidays. So we won't talk too much Christmas in the heat of summer, because I'm saying it's still summer. There's still so many of those events going on, but the Valar is definitely a venue to check out, whether you're a local here or if you're just visiting. It's a beautiful venue. I actually grew up performing on that stage, so it holds a special place in my heart. So check it out.
Tell us more about that, Meredith.
Well, I was in performing arts academies and dance academies, and we were lucky enough to dance on this world-class stage here as local artists, which was so special. So I've done tons of musicals, dance reviews, Nutcrackers, my whole life there, and just like walking backstage, the feelings of just getting ready for a show, and the theater is very intimate. It's large. It's over 500 seats, but there's not a bad seat in the house. So whether you're on the stage or you're in the audience, it's a memorable experience.
That sounds amazing.
I love it. I wish you could go in and explore, but they're probably locked up, getting ready for tonight. It's always a little early at this hour, but tons of entertainment happening, and we actually have a lot of outdoor activities happening, including some races and hikes. So stay tuned, viewers, for that information. We are going to be right back.
Experience the extraordinary at Beaver Creek.
To find a cure for osteoarthritis, why not look to the body's own power to heal? At the Steadman Clinic and Steadman Philippon Research Institute, we're working with the National Institutes of Health to conduct a clinical trial treating osteoarthritis of the knee. To learn how you can participate in this clinical trial, call or visit our website today. The Steadman Clinic and Steadman Philippon Research Institute. The future of orthopedic medicine is here.
Weather and Mountain Report is brought to you by Liv Sotheby's International Realty, Colorado's leading real estate firm. Contact your Vail Valley broker professionals today to help you live the life you love.
All right, a rainy start to your morning, but don't fret. It's only for a couple more hours. It'll clear up, and the skies are going to be blue this weekend for all the different events happening. Currently, it's about 44 degrees, pretty cool out. We have light rain in the air, and we're going to see a high of 60 today and a low of 38. So definitely a cooler start. That's why I threw a little sweater on today. It is sweater weather. I swear, that is my tongue twister for this morning. And as we look ahead to our forecast, we are going to see partly cloudy throughout the day on Friday. Those clouds are going to start to disperse for the weekend, and just beautiful 70-degree weather this Saturday and Sunday. Really low chance of rain this weekend, and all the way through Monday, we are going to see rolling clouds. And the UV index is definitely dropping. We've seen high UV indexes, but it's about 6 out of 10, maybe 7 out of 10 this weekend. The sunrise is 6:50 and sunset 7:09. So it's definitely getting earlier and earlier every single day, but it should be a beautiful weekend. And there's a lot of events happening outside. If you like trail running and mountain biking, there's a great race happening in Eagle, and it's the Mountain Rats Festival. And this started back in 2016, and this is just so great to bring the Eagle community together for some of these races, whether it's trail running, mountain biking. This is going to be this Saturday, September 17th. And it's just going to be great, full of live music, food trucks, outdoor gear venues, and so much more. So take a trip down to Eagle and see for yourself the Mountain Rats Festival. And also, there's going to be a hike, wine, and dine event that we'll cover in the next segment with Mark, and that's going to be up in Beaver Creek, hiking the beautiful mountains over in Beaver Creek, which is going to be fantastic, and the proceeds are super touching. But maybe you're not really feeling the mountain adventures, but you are feeling the beer. We have another Oktoberfest coming at you. This is the third weekend in a row. It started up in Beaver Creek, and that one was just so gorgeous. They really decorated the whole plaza with so many different hops, plants, and flowers, and everyone's dressed in their dirndls and lederhosen, and there's obviously tons of beer and pretzels and bratwurst eating contests, Stein holding competition, which we're hopefully even going to talk to the winner of the past 2 weekends, and maybe he's got a third one in a row, but he's been training for this. This event is just so awesome. Hopefully we can kind of pull up maybe some photos or B-roll just to kind of show you a vibe of it. And then last weekend was over in Lion's Head, and that was in the Arabelle Square, and it really feels like Bavaria. I mean, no passport required for this, but you seriously feel like you're in Europe. It is just so gorgeous. So the Vail Oktoberfest second weekend, and it's going to be happening in Vail Village this weekend. And so you don't need to come dressed in a dirndl or lederhosen, but it is always encouraged, especially if you own one. It's, you only really wear these once or twice a year. So you can kind of see a map of where to expect. It's all around Solaris Plaza, and, stretched out. We're going to have live music from Helmut Fricker and the Ryan Dart Band. So this is just going to be so fantastic. My dad says it's his favorite holiday. It's always a really great time. And last weekend, we actually sent our crew out to go explore the land, talk to people, and ask the question, what does Oktoberfest mean? Let's learn a little more.
We call it Oktoberfest season in the Valley at this time of year because we host 3 big festivals, Beaver Creek, Lion's Head, and Vail in early September. But what does Oktoberfest mean? We're going to go and find out. Come along. All right, we're going around trying to figure out if people know what Oktoberfest is. So what's your name and where are you from?
Laura, I'm from Texas.
Okay, and do you know what the meaning is behind Oktoberfest?
German festival with lots of beer.
Okay, anything else?
And bratwurst. And pretzels and cheese.
Okay, any historical reference?
No.
Okay, so just a good time with brats and beer, right? Yeah. Well, these guys at least look the part. We want to know what your name is, where you're from, and if you know the meaning behind Oktoberfest.
I'm Chris.
I'm Laura.
And we're from San Diego, California. And the meaning to us is just everyone gathering together, having a good time, and sharing in like a little heritage that we all enjoy.
Do you know the historical reference behind it?
Zero. But if we would love to learn. You could do a little quibbit.
We're seeking the answer out ourselves. So,
Dang it.
but you look good. You look the part. All right, they look authentic. All right, you guys, I saw you in the beer line. You must know something about Oktoberfest. First of all, what's your name and where are you from?
I'm Drew and I'm from Maryland.
I'm Colin from Wisconsin.
Now, what do you know about Oktoberfest? Do you have any historical reference to it?
I have no idea. No clue.
I'm guessing it has to deal with beer, brats, and German heritage, I'm guessing.
Well, look at these guys. They look authentic. Do you guys know what the true meaning of Oktoberfest is? First of all, what's your name? Where are you from?
My name is Elmo, and I'm from East Texas.
Okay.
My name is Franz, and I am from Germany.
Okay. Are you here to pump us up?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm a pump you up.
All right. What do you guys know about Oktoberfest? Do you have any historical background or reference?
Oh, we know all there is to know. I can answer any question you have about Oktoberfest.
Okay. What year did it begin?
Oh, it began in 1532.
What do you know about Oktoberfest?
I don't know everything about Oktoberfest, but I like drinking beer.
I don't know who I trust, the guy with the full liter or the half liter. Hey guys, we're trying to figure out what Oktoberfest means. So let me see what you guys have to say. First of all, what's your name? Where are you from?
I'm Heidi and I'm from Fort Collins.
I'm Steven, I'm from Vail.
Okay, well, what do you know about Oktoberfest? Do you know the history of it or the origin?
Well, it's all about country pride, being German and supporting our country and celebrating life and liberty, I think.
I know it's celebrating October and September.
My name's Whitney and we're from Kansas City and we love coming to Vail every September, October. We just love the Oktoberfest festivities.
Do you know what it means?
I don't. Festival of October? I don't know.
All right. Well, these people work here, so maybe they know the story behind Oktoberfest. Ladies, I'm trying to find the answer to the story behind Oktoberfest. First of all, what's your name and where are you from?
I'm Olivia. I'm from Denver, Colorado.
Sasha, Boulder, Colorado.
I'm Nydia and I'm from Vail.
Okay. What do you know about this? I don't know. Do we call it a holiday, an event?
Both. My understanding from the Instagram is that this was a wedding reception that was to take place in Munich, and they decided to open it up to the entire town. And because October is cold, they moved it to September. Hence why Oktoberfest is in September. Okay. If Instagram is correct.
Okay. You know what? The original wedding crashing happened in Munich. After asking around, who better to tell us about what Oktoberfest means than the man himself, the one and only Helmut Fricker. So Helmut, can you tell us the meaning behind Oktoberfest?
Well, in 1810, the king of Bavaria gave a big party for his daughter and a wedding. And there's a big plaza out in Munich, and he invited all the local people. And hundreds and hundreds of people showed up. And then they wanted to do an anniversary party a year later. And they had twice that many people. And then they called it Oktoberfest. And then they invited everybody.
So it started as a wedding, and then it has kept on growing from there.
That's it. And now They have 6 million people. 2 million chickens were roasted. Can you believe that? Nobody knows where it goes. It throws it.
We're for the fashion forward and budget minded. We've got the brands that set you apart, the style to make you stand out, the looks that let you shine. We are for the dreamers, the doers, and the savers. Outlets at Silverthorne. Elevate your savings. Save up to 70% on the best designer brands. Visit outlets@silverthorne.com for current sales and events.
Are you ready for summer gardening? Here at Knapp Garden Center, we take pride in our selection of beautiful, hand-picked, perennial, and annual flowers. We also carry a wide variety of delicious veggie starters, herbs, bushes, shrubs, trees, soil amendments, and so much more. Our selection is carefully chosen for our altitude, soils, and climate and reflect the hardiness of the Rocky Mountains. Visit us today at 295 Rule Road in Eagle. We're open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5:30 p.m., and weekends from 8 to 4. Knapp Garden Center has everything you need to craft your beautiful outdoor space this summer.
To find a cure for osteoarthritis, why not look to the body's own power to heal? At the Stedman Clinic and Stedman Philippon Research Institute, we're working with the National Institutes of Health to conduct a clinical trial treating osteoarthritis of the knee. To learn how you can participate in this clinical trial, call or visit our website today. The Stedman Clinic and Stedman Philippon Research Institute. The future of orthopedic medicine is here.
Well, Leah and I have just been chatting away our stories about our weekend at Oktoberfest with our dads last weekend. It's just such a good time. I loved that video. I need those little pretzel earrings those girls had. But join us this weekend for our last Oktoberfest of the season, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. But there's still a lot going on, and a particular event that's close to a lot of our hearts up at Beaver Creek, and we have Mark Masters live up at Beaver Creek to share a little bit more.
Hey Meredith, yeah, you're talking about Hike, Wine, and Dine. It's this weekend. You can see behind me, beautiful mountain here at Beaver Creek. Little rainy, little overcast, but it's going to be gorgeous on Saturday. And there's so many fun activities there, and it's such a great cause for Jack's Place and the Shaw Medical Cancer Center. It's the 14th annual Hike, Wine, and Dine. Includes a fun, family-friendly 5-mile hike that meanders through the golden aspens. You can see them on the screen here. It's highlighted with tastings from several of the Vail Valley's finest restaurants. And the new Après Hike Party caps off the day with live music, dessert, and beverages. And it's all to benefit Vail Health, Shaw Cancer Center, and Jack's Place, which is a cancer caring house.
Absolutely. I had a chance to catch up with them last year about this, and it's just such a renowned venue that we have, the Cancer Center in general, but also Jack's Place. It's a safe haven for folks. So this fundraiser has been happening for a while, and we've typically seen this weekend, and it's been totally golden and yellow, but we've had so much moisture in August that we even, it's going to be more of a greenery hike, but it's just a really cool event, and you can nibble before, during, and after on some of the finest restaurants around, which is fantastic. And then, yes, newly this year, the Après Party, which is just going to bring a little bit more party and energy into it, celebrating our community. So that should be a cool addition this year.
Yeah, it's a fantastic event, and like you said, it's been going on for a while. This is the 14th year. They're trying to raise $175,000 this year, and you can be a part of that. making a difference for Jack's Place and the Shaw Cancer Center.
Absolutely.
And experience some beautiful nature and get some delicious food and some great wine.
Yes. So check it out on their website. You can also call 970-569-7766 for a little bit more information, but definitely highly suggest this event. We'll hopefully be live and catch some moments of this on Saturday, but it's going to be fantastic. Other things going on this weekend, the Vail Farmers Market. We still have a few weeks left. The last day of it is October 2nd. Mark, have you been to this farmers market?
Of course. It's
course.
grown so much over the years. It's the best. You can get some delicious food. It's a lot like Hike, Wine, and Dine. It's more like you're spending money and giving back to the community than raising money for cancer, because you can walk all over Vail Village. You can see all the incredible vendors, and you can eat some delicious food. You can sample food from some of the best restaurants in the valley.
Exactly.
There are, authors, jewelers, fresh produce you can pick up to cook at home and get some treats, and it's a blast. I love it.
It is, and every weekend the streets are filled. We really get a lot of people that come from the Front Range and all over for this. It's the biggest farmers market in Colorado, and you're right, it is a really good opportunity to kind of learn about the different restaurants and vendors around town, because they bring it. They're in it to win it, so it's a good place for breakfast and lunch, and then of course gift shopping and produce shopping. I mean, I always love getting produce at a farmer's market rather than the grocery store, because, obviously we have the grocery store year round, but you're going to just find the freshest produce, whether it's vegetables, fruits, anything.
Peaches.
Peaches.
The best are the peaches. You get the Palisade peaches.
So
good.
Delicious. And the
I like
pears.
to eat those like a velociraptor.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
It's very noisy. It's like a goat on a string.
Yeah.
I am just going to town, over the sink.
It's part of our
prevent
meal
collateral damage.
here. Like, you just have to breakfast, lunch, and dinner. You got to have a Palisade peach. It's just part of it. And the corn too. I've been loving the corn and kind of finding different recipes, getting inspired.
How do you cook your corn?
Well, this
Meredith?
year I've been so inspired by the elote corn, which is the traditional Mexican way to prepare it with, some la creme or sour cream and tahini and lime. And, it's always best too if you can roast it on the grill. And I just, a little quiote cheese. I just impressed my family a lot with that recipe.
Yeah. Good. You impressed me with that description. That's incredible. That sounds delicious.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, and we made the Tower of Power all from the farmer's market, and we have that coming at you. A new video very soon, but I took like a tomato and eggplant and basil and burrata and kind of stacked it up, making the Tower of Power. So that was also delicious. Yeah.
Like a fancy caprese, like a Colorado caprese.
A Colorado caprese, I love it. Yes, so tons to check out there. And then Mark, do you know that there's this huge car show happening this weekend?
Yeah, the concours. Yes. I don't even know how to pronounce that. Am I saying that right? The concours, the concours. I think it's French. I believe it's French for fancy car show. It's really quite a blast. I've been by it. You see there's so many people who are enthusiasts of cars. I actually did a comedy show once at a car show. Probably one of my worst gigs ever. I was outdoors. Nobody cared about me. I'm telling jokes for like half an hour. There's 150 amazing cars. People are in love with the cars, and all they want to do is talk about the cars, and they're looking in at the engines and talking about Hemis and horsepower and whatnot. And there I am just telling my jokes and then there was an insane windstorm, so you couldn't hear me anyways. And so, but the concours or somebody will tell me how to pronounce that one of these days. I don't speak French, but it's a really cool event. It's been going on for a very long time, and it's a great opportunity to see some beautiful, beautiful automobiles around Vail Village.
Oh, absolutely. Whether they're vintage or sports car, It's something not to miss, and they're going to be taking over Lion's Head on Friday, I believe, and then Vail Village on Saturday, or the reverse. But it's really cool because these cars are just going to be on the village streets, and then they also kind of park by the base of the gondola, either by Mountain Plaza or the Eagle Bond gondola, and it's just such a spectacular view to see these cars. I mean, hundreds of very cool vintage cars. Yeah, this is great. That you can see they just park up right next to the gondola.
Yeah, the other kind of cool thing is when you drive on I-70 around this event, sometimes you'll see several of the cars drive by, either being trailed or actually being driven, and it's like you're on a movie set, you know, like set in the past, because the cars are so fancy, and some of them are very old and antiques, and these are gorgeous cars you're showing on the screen right now. Really
Gorgeous. Cool. And then there's a caravan that is going to go all the way to Steamboat on Sunday. So pretty cool stuff. I got to see a car in person yesterday, just helping to promote this. And I mean, it's cool to see these photos, but nothing like to see it in person. So be sure to check it out. I mean, it's going to be hard to miss. If you're roaming around Vail Village, Lion's Head Village this weekend, you are going to get this special treat. Awesome.
You're dead on there.
I loved hearing your horror comedy show. Another reminder, there is a comedy show tonight. You'll see Mark host it. It's the Vail Comedy Show, 7 p.m. at Bridge Street. There's still a couple tickets left, so if you're just joining us, be sure to check that out, vailcomedyshow.com. We're wrapping up the show here pretty soon, but we still have a little bit more, so don't go away.
Life is brimming with miles and miles of possibility. So gear up. Explore the world how you see fit. The right tires will show you that the experiences you make are the ones you take with you.
We love our house. Been here for years.
Yeah, but there's an animal in the attic. At least Geico makes bundling our home and car insurance easy.
We save a lot.
For bundling made easy, go to geico.com.
There are times I wonder, why can't I wear white after Labor Day?
Something on your mind? Chew on it. Twizzlers.
This Weather and Mountain Report is brought to you by Grand Hyatt Vail, Hyatt's newest luxury resort in Vail.
It's still raining looking a bit outside, I can see from our windows here at the Grand Hyatt, and speaking of Grand Hyatt, thank you for sponsoring our weather segment. Rainy start to the day. It makes you want to stay in bed all day, but only a few more hours of it, and it's going to clear up. And we'll see the sun kind of pop out here and there, but it's going to be mostly cloudy today. A high of 60, low of 30. And after this rain passes through, we have low chance of rain throughout the weekend. So it's going to be beautiful for all the Oktoberfest and hikes and trail running and farmers markets that happen outside. We really take advantage of the beautiful summer mountain air. So it's going to be a gorgeous weekend. We're going to see about 65 to maybe even 75 throughout the weekend, low of 40s. So make sure you do bring those jackets for the early starts and the late evenings. But it's going to be a gorgeous weekend. Low winds about 5 to 10 miles per hour. So hopefully you'll get out and enjoy, maybe even go climb a 14er. There's only a few weeks left because that moisture is going to start to turn to snow at those higher elevations. So if that 14er's been on your bucket list, then make sure to go out and conquer it. It's all about conquering this month, because then as September comes around, as September ends and October comes, it's going to get a little cooler and we're going to start to see the snow fall. November 11th is the date that Vail is opening, which is early. All of us here who've been here for a lot of years are like, November 11th. We're just shocked that the mountain's able to open that early. But with the new snow machines and technology, Vail is able to make that snow and open a few runs early. So make sure you gear up and get ready for winter. But still plenty to do. There's also an outdoor festival happening in Avon, Heart and Soul Festival, and this is kind of one of their last events to kind of wrap up the summer vibe. We did see them celebrate Summer's End over Labor Day, but this is going to be at the Nottingham Pavilion right in front of Nottingham Park. And it's going to be really great, full of reggae and soul music, blues, Panto Banton and the Now Generation and Hempress Savita are co-headlining this festival. And it's going to be from 4 to 9 p.m. So it'll be great weather for that. You can bring a blanket, bring a couple chairs, listen to some soul music. Soul music just brings so much love and good vibes into the air. So this is fantastic. And this is their newest live music and creative endeavor, Heart Soul Music Festival, which will be happening on Sunday. So be sure to check this out in Avon, 5:30 to 7, Panto Banton and the Now Generation, and then 7:30 to 9, Hempress Savita. So don't miss this spectacular event happening in Avon to kind of wrap up the summer. But let's bring Mark back in just to say a few last goodbyes. See if it's still raining up in Beaver Creek. Oh, yeah, I can
It's
even hear
still,
it.
yeah, it's still raining, Meredith. I'm here by the Centennial Express lift. You can see the mountain behind me. Like you mentioned, ski season right around the corner. Vail will be open in less than a month. How exciting is that?
It's going to be awesome. Yeah, we're still soaking in the rest of summer, but it's a long winter ahead.
Saturday is going to be a beautiful day. You could go check out the Meadow Gold race, part of the Vail Recreation District series. That is an awesome race. It's one of my favorite things to do in Vail over the course of the entire year. It's so pretty and beautiful. You go out to Meadow Mountain. Don't be freaked out when your heart feels like it's going to come out of your chest in like the first 10 minutes, because it's like straight uphill. Eventually, it's worth the payoff when you come back down and are stomping on those beautiful golden leaves. It's beautiful, and then you're right there next to Minturn. You get some delicious food, maybe at Kirby Cosmos, and check out that trail running race this Saturday. The weather is going to be perfect.
Absolutely. I just biked that a few weeks ago, and it is gorgeous. It gets your lungs going, but you get used to the pain, and then it just feels so good after. It's such a mental game to climb these mountains, whether you're on the hiking, running, biking. it's mostly about the mind challenge, just to test your mind strength, and it really carries on through your day, and it always makes that barbecue sandwich or the taco and the beer and the marg worth it. You gotta earn the snacks and food around here.
Yes, exactly.
You a big trail runner yourself?
I am. I love trail running. I love to make fun of trail runners. I might do that on stage tonight. We'll see if that comes up. But I love to trail run. It's what a great way to experience the beauty of this state in the Vail Valley. There's nothing like being right in, it's dusk and you're running up Vail Mountain and you surprise a deer around a corner, and it's such a cool way to experience the outdoors and really be in it.
Definitely, and to get to those vantage points, we're so blessed with the high elevations, our tall mountain ranges, just to see the land at that perspective. I'm sure it's compared to getting to the tallest, building in the city and to see the skyline from that view, but it's just a little bit more powerful when it's out in nature. Yeah, absolutely. Well, I'm so glad you joined us today, and best of luck tonight at your comedy show at Bridge Street Bar. It should be fantastic. There's only one a month, so I'm sure there's a lot of work gearing up for it, but it should be great. Remind us who's headlining the show tonight.
Yeah, I'm so excited. It's our anniversary show, and we went all out. We flew in Steph Tola from Los Angeles. She was filming a movie with Bill Burr just a couple days ago, and she headlined the Improv in Denver last night, and she'll be at Bridge Street Bar tonight. She is so funny. You can see her on Netflix. She is incredible, and we have a whole bunch of other great comics, Jeff Nelson, Damon Howard, a really funny woman, Beth, from the Aspen area is coming in, and the lineup it's just great. Ali Kareem, originally from Baghdad, now lives in Denver. He's super funny. He's going to be on stage tonight as well. So it's going to be a party. Come on out, VailComedyShow.com. And I will, content warning, Steph she's a dirty comedian. So be ready for some, some raunchy material perhaps. And if you're more into clean comedy, we have Joe Zimmerman and Steven Rogers, who are very famous clean comedians. They've been on late night television, coming to the Vail Valley soon, including a special show at the Grand Hyatt and a special show at Moe's Barbecue in Eagle, Colorado. We get a lot of folks from Eagle driving into Vail, and we love you, and now we're coming to you. So you can just roll out your back door and be at the comedy show. And that one's going to be teenager friendly. So bring the family. Tickets are affordable. So come out and have some barbecue and some laughs. Meredith, this has been a blast. I've had a great time. You're such a great host.
Oh, you too, Mark. And we just always need more comedy in the world. So I love that you are doing this new venture of Vail Comedy in Vail. And, we just have star talent all across this valley. That's what I love. We are so filled with adventures and mountains, but it's so dynamic because we get so many stars and talented people to come entertain us. So be sure to check out the many shows that are happening this weekend and get outside, take that hike. Even if you don't want to, do it. You'll be happy. But also, hopefully you'll start to get out of bed like we did. I know it's a little rainy morning, but it's going to be a great day. So have a happy Thursday, and we'll see you this weekend. Bye, Mark.
Bye-bye.
It's summer
in the mountains.
It's summer in the mountains.
It's summer in the mountains. And we're out here
Living it.
living it.
Living it.
Lots to do.
lots to see.
Every morning.
Every morning.
Every morning.
At 7:30. 7:30.
It's Vail Valley Live.
It's Vail Valley Live.
Watch us now.
Watch us now.
Watch us now.